Today for New Music Monday, we're going to check out the brand new record from Bad Bad Not Good and Ghostface Killah, and it's called Sour Soul. This was definitely one of the most highly anticipated albums of the first part of the year, as the amount of creativity combined with everybody on this project is pretty much off the charts. Along with that, the first few singles that they released from this were definitely solid, so I was really excited to hear this album in its entirety. There's really no other way to say this. The complete release is a distant relative to those early singles, and unfortunately not really in a good way. Looking at only the music behind the rhymes here, what you're gonna find is you have a band that is completely underutilized to an almost criminal extent. You have so much talent and creativity in Bad Bad Not Good, but they're basically relegated to just your run-of-the-mill backing band. They sound restrained and constricted at almost every turn, and there's no getting around the fact that they are unable to reach their potential at really any point on this album. Seriously, if you didn't know it was these guys as a backing band, you really wouldn't know, because these sounds are really cliche. It sounds like just your standard hip-hop beats. And this record could have easily been created using those standard Wu-Tang sounds. There's just nothing special. Another way of saying it is, if this was supposed to be a collaborative project, it just doesn't sound like it. This is a Ghostface Killah record, and Bad Bad Not Good happened to be in the studio. Massively disappointing on a sonic scale. With a group who have shown as much skill as Bad Bad Not Good, I expected there to be mountains of magnificent music at every turn, and there just isn't. But don't think Ghostface Killah is gonna get off scot-free here. If there's one thing more disappointing than the music, it's the rhymes. This is all just bits and pieces. There's no narrative, there's no continuity to any of the songs or even some of the verses. It's just these loose random verses filled in by some musical soloing and some guest appearances. That's really all. I can't help but feeling he went through all of his old notebooks, he found some unused verses and then maybe some random scrap paper lying around, and he just kind of threw random words on random songs and said, there you go, there's my lyrics. It's almost like these are just completely produced demos or just song thoughts. None of these feel complete, none of these feel like solid songs. That being said, this isn't a terrible album. It does give you a good perspective on another side of hip-hop, and it's definitely a good idea with some potential. But with the people you had involved, it's just massively disappointing. There's no other way around it. This should have been a contender for album of the year, and it's about as far from that as possible. And on the buy it or borrow it, Sour Soul is a borrow it if you're really into hip-hop, and it's a bin it for everybody else. Don't even bother. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe and hop down in the comments and let me know what you thought of this album. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook right here, and I'll see you guys again next time.